Okay, YouTube, I'm Rap from Rap's Garage Shop, and one of the last things to do on the Bad Boy is to replace my rear tire, because it's been on there for a long time. Anyway, you can see this tire has excellent tread. I probably only have like 500 miles on it, but when tires get old, they get hard and they get slippery, and I'm not going to take a dirt nap over 200 bucks. So I'm going to show you how to pull this off. One of the things I like to do before I take them off is get a good layout of where all the spacers are. I have the cotter pin, the nut, a washer. This spacer has the indent for the adjuster, and then the spacer here has the 3 lines, and the 3 lines go towards the wheel bearing seal. Over here is the short spacer, the brake caliper, that spacer for the adjuster, and then the axle itself. Of course, when I pull any of my wheels off any of my bikes, I always check the bearings. If they're good, repack them, and then put new seals back on them. You can see right here, the date on this is 08. So to say the least, it's a pretty old tire. That makes it 18 years old. Anytime I'm going to take a tire off, I make sure to have the motorcycle stand nice and low. That way, if for some reason the bike wants to tip on the stand, the wheels are pretty much right at the ground level. That way, I don't have to worry about it falling. Once I'm ready to remove the wheel from the bike, I will lift it up and make sure the rest of the bike is stable. This nut's 15/16. So there's the castle nut, the washer. Now you have to loosen the adjusters on both sides. I can see I have never sees on this, and you should always never sees these. That way they don't get hung up in there. Now's that spacer that has the cutout for the adjuster. You can see my axle move with no effort at all, and that's because I never sees the axles. See the never sees over here. Now that I have everything loose, I just want to get the belt off the pulley. Just like that. Now I'll slide the axle out. You can see axle has a little bit of never sees on it. Now the other thing I like to do, and I'll have to redo this, but I just like to put things on the axle as I took them off. Now I still have a small spacer on the other side that I'll need to put on here. There's still another, there's another spacer in here that goes in the seal. I didn't realize that. The grease looks nice and clean. Now I just slide the tire over to the left a little bit, and now I should be able to lift the bike up and take the tire out from underneath. Right here I just want to make sure that the bike is secure on the stand, and it is. The spacer that goes into the seal off of this side. Okay, it's just hitting a little bit. This is a 140 rear tire. They're made for a 130. I'm going to take some air out of it, and it should clear right by it. Remove the air, and it'll slide right out. And there it is. So like I said, I put all the spacers and everything back onto the axle exactly how I took them off. This will be the same for all the soft tails in this age range. So it goes cotter pin, castle nut, washer, then it's the spacer for the axle adjuster, the big spacer with the 3 lines pointed towards the wheel, spacer that goes into the seal. Over the other side, this is where the brake caliper is. This spacer goes into the seal, brake caliper, and then the spacer for the axle adjuster. And the nut goes on the left side of the bike. I think it should be noted that anytime you're removing your wheels, you put new tubes in, new straps, replace your bearings if they need to be replaced. If not, grease them, and new seals. Mandatory every time you have your wheels off. Alright, I'll show you what everything looks like going back on with the new tire. There you have it. The new tire is on the Bad Boy rim. It is an Avon Cobra Chrome. Now I'm going to pull the wheel bearing seals off and then grease the bearings. And then I'll put the rotor and the rear pulley back on. Many years ago I bought this seal puller. You can see these still have plenty of grease on them, but it definitely needs to be changed. It's important when you pull these bearings out to give them a quick wipe and cleaning. And then you want to check to make sure that these edges are still sharp. That'll kind of indicate that it's wearing on the outer surface of the roller. Also, you want to check that the hardness looks real good. There's no gouges, there's no flat spots or anything like that. These are in perfect condition, so I'm going to grease them and put them back in. You also want to take and clean out everything in the rim real good. I'll clean it out with a rag first to get the heavy stuff off, and then I'll use some brake clean and clean it the rest of the way. Also, you want to inspect your races real good. You want to make sure that they're not losing their hardness on the surface anywhere. No pits, no rusting, anything like that. No funny marks or gouges. You can see these things look brand new. I'm going to reuse these and I'll keep cleaning in here. So these seals, they're made by Jim's. They're JGI 47519-83A. And the wheel bearings are made by Timken LM11949. Okay, so there it is. The rear wheel is on. The rotor bolts were torqued to 35 foot-pounds with blue Loctite on them. The rear pulley bolts were torqued to 60 foot-pounds with blue Loctite on them. And the axle was torqued to 65 foot-pounds. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my next video.